said I'm live, but I don't see nothing. Okay. All right. I am just looking through my stuff because I got things going on today. And so I'm just going to try to look real quick. I was going through, I've got my messages for trades for the day. Um, and I'm going to look at those. And then mostly everything I've done for the week is over. I did wake up this morning, and this is the way the market is, I tell you. Because yesterday I was feeling a little bummed because I had all those. I don't know if I even talked about this yesterday when I was. I don't know if I went through here on the account history at all yesterday, but uh, the lot of red. I was disappointed in myself because I have had some big. Like, there's no way I should have 578 because I think I had determined that my loss should have been 150. Um, or yeah. My loss. There's no way it should have been $800 uh, on a single trade because I love small losses, not big ones. So, um, but I was able to recover overnight, and I didn't realize it because yeah, those that come in. But then last night, a couple. That's not it. That was overnight. That was when I woke up yesterday morning. So last night, after this one closed out, um, I don't remember it closing out. I know I set it up to lock it in at 150, and so it did do that. I think I had set it up way high to go in case. And let me even see, where is that? That's MBTV. MBT. It's Bitcoin. And it's so yeah. I'd gotten in because this was a thing on the class because I'm not into Bitcoin. It's not something I was looking for. But it was a deal that came in on the class, a trade that got posted in class, and I went with it. Um, yeah, it came into the zone, did its thing. I got in right there at the beginning of the zone, and after watching that other class the other day, I started marking these, and I got to try to remember to do this. So my original stop loss was here. I got in here, stop loss here at a point, and this was a cool thing she showed us because you don't really get to see this on the other by just looking at the numbers. I was able to move it up here and lock in $111 of put my stop loss here to be $111, and I can make this a little bigger to see it. Yeah, because the writing doesn't show up quite as well, but whatever. So yeah, I had moved my stop loss right there to be about $111 locked in, and then as the day went on, oh, because that was my original take profit, and then I moved the TP up to here, looking to get a lot more. So I don't remember what that. I need to start putting that on there. What the take profit would have been, so that I can kind of see that I locked in the 150, which is what the trade ended up being, like 152. But I could have just taken that and been happy. Instead, even if I had stayed at that 111, I would have got stopped out. The real question is, you know, and I'm okay being conservative like this right now. Like, I locked in 152, but in reality, if I had just not done that, or if I had just said, okay, which actually I would have done in a real world scenario, because I would have had two contracts, and I got to figure out how, because she kind of showed that. I'm gonna watch it again and see, so I can simulate the two contracts, because the reality of it is, if I had done, once it got to the 1-to-1, which would have been here. So instead of moving that there to as a stop loss, just wait till it got to this point. Once it actually gets to the point of 1-to-1, then I would sell one contract. If there were two, I would sell one contract, which would pay for now the other. So I would get my money back. So basically, at that point, the one contract would have paid for both contracts, and then just leave that other one running with the same stop loss, because I've already made that amount right there. So I can't lose that. Even if it does stop out down here, I've already got that money on the first contract. That's what I wasn't clicking. I just said it. That's what wasn't clicking. If I have two contracts, then the one contract, when it gets not to here but to here, and I sell that one contract at the 1-to-1 price, I can leave this alone, because this has already paid for that. If it does stop me out, I just didn't. It's an even. So just be patient and chill out. Because if I had left it alone, I'm still good to keep on going up at that higher take profit. Same as if I had just left it alone to get here. I mean, there's different ways you can look at it. Because if I left it alone to get here to the original take profit, then what would have happened is I would have had, I didn't put the dollar amount, but better than the 150. Like, but again, I ain't complaining about taking in $150 while I was cooking, because that happened. Where did the sell happen? The sell happened at 11 o'clock, so I was asleep, or I was watching the game and fell asleep on the couch. Woke up to some concert. So, and if I had looked at my computer, I would have woke up to $150. So that was a good trade. I don't. Let's see if we can figure. Let's re-examine this one here. This was new. I'm typing. I'm looking at the. This was platinum. PLF. Platinum. No. Platinum futures. It was. Can you tell which contract it was? I believe it was December. It was not December. PLF. Holly, you're way up into January, I believe. I don't know. Yes, that's January. Why is January F? I don't know. Because them cats was doing this stuff. See, that's what kind of makes me wonder. Were they doing this stuff to make it secret to some degree? Make it obtuse, or to make it hard to understand? So the platinum futures trade played out by the hour. Let me figure out what it was. It was the zone that was set way back here. And then she gave us the trade. Because again, I would not have probably worked the platinum. And I don't even know when that one was placed at the moment. I've got that info in the stuff I'm gonna try to pull out and make my spreadsheet. Because I would like to start seeing like when I placed the order so I can kind of tell whether it was something I was looking at in the class or if it was something, you know what I mean? I was up in the middle of the night looking at charts and was like, okay, here, I think that's a thing. I mean, boom, I can see when I did the order itself and get that info. I don't know why or how to use it immediately, but I want to start keeping it because it can be done. So the trade came in at 3 o'clock in the morning while I was asleep, and by 6 o'clock this morning had reached the take profit. If I had had two contracts, once again, well, but I wouldn't have been awake to manage it anyway. So it would have been just to set and forget. So, you know, there's really no way to automate that I know of to automate that to switch over to a trail or some other way. Because man, if I had been awake and on it, right, in real time, it hits it. I don't know, because it kind of jumped up to the. Yeah, it kind of jumped up. There's no. I would not have. I can't see where I would have said, "Oh, I've got to manage that stop," because that was just a 1-to-1 on that little zone. But 245, 245 again, a good way to wake up in the morning. And then there was silver. Why do I feel like I did this already? Did I do more than one trade on silver? This was December, right? Yeah. Did I? What was the first thing we looked at? That was Bitcoin, right? Okay. I was just looking at silver earlier, I guess, and then said, you know what, I should record all this. So I started at the bottom and started it going over everything. So okay. So silver, another trade came into play overnight. This is how it works. Raindrops just occur because you find out where it's at and then you don't sit there and watch it. You figure out what you're doing and then you walk away from it because hey, what's up, bro? Just doing some work here right now, and when y'all heading over? Okay, okay. I'll send you the address right now, and then I'll be up there waiting on you. Right. Now I know you need me to send it, or he got it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, where you at now? On 435. Oh, okay. So you get off on what you call it, that next exit then. Okay. Then I yeah, yeah, that's it. Okay. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, bye. Okay, so that's going to make this a shorter, not that short. I mean, that's going to give me 10 minutes to wrap it up and 15 to be done to go to end this deal here. So let me see here where I was at so I can, because I need to know this stuff, right? So I woke up. That's a $1,200 wake up right there. That's 4:30 in the morning. It dipped into the zone, came back into the zone. Thank God I was asleep, so I didn't have to watch it and go like, "Oh no, I think it's leaving." Um, but it did dip back in there one quick time and moved on out. And once again, I say, thank God I was asleep. It popped up there and hit me at higher than the double. So once again, I say, if I had been awake, is there a way that I might have moved it and I don't really see it? Because it looks like there's no point where I would have moved my TP and moved my stop. That's the thing. If I'd had another contract, then maybe I'd have done something differently. But once again, the hell you complaining about? That's $1,200 you woke up to, fool. Because you was depressed because you didn't have. Because it was like, man, I'm down. I was like in the fives, right? When all this started this morning, yeah. When I went to bed last night, I was looking at this 56.44. I was like, man, I started with five. Matter of fact, yeah, because I said we started at the bottom and here we are again. And I was just like, man, you know. But then, as I said, I woke up this morning, so don't don't despair. Plant the seeds and wait. That's that's the lesson from the market. Plant the seeds and they'll come when they come. There's those are the trades there that you planted a week ago. Well, not a week ago. I mean, the zone was formed because, in theory, according to the theory, a week ago, the 18th. Hello, hello. Do you know my name? I don't need health stuff. If you don't know my name, then you're not calling to talk to me. All right. So what happened, according to theory, is that way back here on the 18th, around lunchtime or so, we drilled down in there somewhere and determined that this happened, this boom takeoff right there happened because of activity. And once it took off, there were still people waiting to buy right there. We caught them when they came in to buy, and it sent the price back up. And then once people start buying, you don't know how long it's gonna. I mean, once again, there's bumps and waves. So I'm not predicting where it goes from here. Just boy, if I'd have been awake and on it, that would have been nice to catch it. But once again, what are you complaining about, knucklehead? That one is 1,200. And then we're moving on because I do got to get out of here. That crude oil came in at CLZ. Look at that. All right. Yeah, I was looking at this last week. This is a CE from last week, and I did mark these. So this is a CE from last week that my man said, don't take it till you see it. And that was way back whenever he said, well, I don't know, wait and check it to see. And that's what I did. I saw the price had already hit in the zone. So I took a buy stop. That's when you say, when it gets back up to there, when it starts trading out of there, then I will which on the 15 minute I had done this. Okay, now it's telling me on the 15 minute I could see that it had already hit the zone. I mean, I could have just bought and just kept the zone, kept my stop down here at that original entry, right? But what I kind of thought to myself was, if it's doing it, why bother putting that on the book? If I believe this, because I kind of didn't know. So I don't know if that was a good move or not, because right here where I had seen, like I said, that it had already come out, and on that 15 minute, I put in for it to come in, to pick up when it got to this spot here above that previous red candle. Once it traded above that, I was in the trade with this stop being that red candle, pretty much being my zone, right? And it worked out. Boom, 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 boom. And then it got to the point. And where's the oh, it kept on going, kept on going. Yeah, this just didn't. That's why I like that little arrow. Okay, you can see the arrow showing you when it gets to your spot. And at some point you've been freaking out, going like, oh no, oh no. Again, once again, glad that happened while I was asleep, because I watched it doing this part, and I probably roundabout here I was gone because I went to go get my wife and take her or do some stuff. We had to do some shopping for the paint that I got to hurry up and get going because they're on their way. Um, I sat there and would have certainly been anxious watching it. So I'm glad I could just walk away from it. It was already there. It came back down, and then boom, hit my target right there at about 7 a.m. this morning. So once again, wake up. I didn't even wake up to see. I could have woke up and saw that and started messing around with doing a stop here and letting it move on up if I had just come straight down here. But I didn't come straight down here. I took my wife to work, and then I dilly dallied around a little bit, and I had to go to the store and trade out the spray hose and all of this stuff, and check some paints. Anyway, long story short, didn't look at it. Boom. I ain't complaining because that's $800 on crude oil. Just a wake up, a very good wake up. And I went to bed, what did I say, 5,600. So woke up, uh, right now it's 3,250. I was down to only 600. So 2,500 for the night, for the overnight wake up. That's a good wake up call. Very good wake up call. And I haven't even looked at, you know what I mean? I have not even looked at this other stuff yet. Let me look at these real quick because I do got to get going. I only have, I said, I told myself I would do that one. I would set myself 10 minutes to do that part. All right, so I can go ahead and download this history right now. Now, I'm going to wait because I don't know what's going to happen, because I got a lot of stuff that's still sitting out there that could. I mean, it does not appear that that's going to happen. Does it look like that's going to happen? It's far, far away. Where? No, I'm 15. I see. Things are going to be way far away from me. Some of these are, yeah, some of these are things that have just gone and gone away. as not seem have not gone away, because you don't know that it won't just come right on back up here, because that's what the ones I just looked at did. That is exactly what they did. All right, now I'm gonna give myself a 3 minute, you know, to get on up out of here. So I am not going to download the data just yet because yeah, some of these could happen. Like that could happen. It's just a tick away from. I mean, that's not. It's a candle away from pop and then moving on down. If it's not going up, I mean, it's doing sideways is where it's at right now. Trade the edges. I'm not gonna do that right now. I mean, that just brought me to something somebody said. If your confidence is low, trade the edges. Because if you just boom, just started hitting right there where it already showed you it's gonna wick. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna just leave it there because I have not had a lot of luck with that Z and Z. Although, right there, you can see what I mean. That one, I bought it right to the bottom of that zone, and then this, yeah. What else do I got? Because I'm saying a few minutes. Well, I've already determined I'm not gonna kill. I'm not gonna do that. So let me go ahead and pull up. No, 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 no. Why that came out of me all of a sudden. All right, so I did all of those. I'm not gonna mess with his call. I am gonna look at those stocks. I need to. I'm loading up my Charles Schwab Thinkorswim because I have some. Uh, I did something where I just clicked and it did not save my login ID, and now I may not be able to do this. I don't know where I put that. There it is. Okay. Man, my alarm is telling me time to go, and that's telling me yep because I didn't get the login correct. So sorry to leave you in alert, folks, but it's not really nobody listening but me. But I am going to stop sharing my screen right there and say good night or good afternoon, whatever. Your stream will end immediately. Yes.